But my question is, because this whole conversation still comes back to men dealing with women. You knew a woman was a certain way when you met her by her the way she carried herself, and then you're upset because she continues to act that same way when you could just go find a woman that isn't that way. Because there are women who are materialistic, who don't care about what you bring to the table, how much money you can get them, and stuff like that. So why not go date those women instead of trying to change the women who do require a little bit more?
But Steven, if I just met you last Friday, right? And you had on your Sunday best, right? You had on a nice watch, you had on a nice necklace. I don't know, you were double C, you were double G'd out, you had some Balenciaga red bottoms on. Like I was saying to the first two people that got on here, you might have not been here, but how do I know? I listen, someone like me in the position that I'm in, I'm not just going to assume that that's how you're really living. That's just how you're appearing to me right now. That car that you're driving, I don't know if that's really your car or not. I don't know if you really bought that car. I don't know if you're really making payments on that car. That bag that you got right there, I don't even know if that's your bag for real. That outfit that you have on, I don't know if you can go to the mall on a random Monday and go get that name brand designer whenever you feel like it. Cause like I said, Steven, I don't know if you were here. There are women out here, they have hair, they have nails, they have bags, they have a nice car, they don't have no furniture in their crib. They're literally living out of a black garbage bag, traveling from friend's house to friend's house, sleep couch surfing every 2 weeks. Like we can't just directly correlate how someone's really living to how they're appearing. We can't do that. Come on now. And
But
not
I feel
just for
like it's
women, for
fair
men
to,
too. For men too.
because but I think it's fair to for men and women, because regardless of if they're actually living like that, you now know that's the way they want to be perceived. So you now know they desire these kind of things, regardless of whether they can actually provide that for themselves or not. The way they're presenting themselves to the world, that they have a certain persona they want to give other people.
All
So
right, so I'm
assume
sorry,
let's
babe.
say
I didn't mean to
if
cut you
I'm
off.
trying
Keep going.
Oh, so no, you're okay. If I'm approaching a guy, I'm gonna assume, yeah, take everything at face value, right? But I'm gonna assume even if you don't live that way for real, that's the kind of lifestyle you want to portray. So if I'm not trying to give you nothing, I'm gonna make sure I'm just gonna go the other way. I'm not gonna try to get to know if you're not my. If I know I can't afford you based off just looking at you, I'm not even gonna try. I'm not gonna test the waters and see, okay, maybe she really is broken real life and I can get over. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I say so fellas, listen. The sexual proclivities and attraction of women is for the most part random. There are girls that smash dudes that ain't shit that they went to high school with because he was the man in high school. There are women who want men because of somebody else that want a man. Women have all different types of reasons that they want a man. So I tell guys, if you got a particular girl that you're interested in, respectfully go and shoot your shot. You never know. She might like little hairy motherfuckers, right? Now, if she say no, then go ahead and keep it pushing. Okay? But the point of that is to try to figure out the matrix of what a woman will and won't do. That shit is goulash. It's chaos and random. And that's why when you talk to women, they say, "Oh, every situation is different. Everybody's different. Every relationship is different because they even different for different circumstances." So that's why when in 1 minute, this is a chick talking about some, oh, if you don't want to spend $300 or $400 to take me out on the first date, then I ain't got nothing for you. And then that same chick got somebody meat in the back of their neck a week earlier that ain't never even paid for dinner, taking
Right.
her nowhere, paid
Right.
for a goddamn thing. So
Right.
all of this stuff, I'm gonna tell you guys something, fellas. Women give the worst advice for relationships and how to deal with women. If you want to know how to catch a fish, don't ask a fish, ask a fisherman. And I'm fucking Popeye the Sailor in this bitch at 41. And I'm telling you that they don't give a shit about any of that stuff. You waste your time chasing around women that don't want you, they will spend your money, they will waste your time, and then they will put it on you and it won't turn into shit. Women do not respect men who throw their money in their face and simp and sit up and tell them everything is great and this, that, and the other. I got women who sit up who can't fucking stand me because I refuse to lie to y'all about a goddamn thing. And they
Right.
still do what I tell them to do when I tell them to do it because they don't like to deal with men who don't have a backbone, who don't have some principles, morals, and values to stand on, and who don't have any fucking standards. They don't respect men like that. You have to be something worth respecting. So when you got a woman who's out in the streets and she's out in the world, she wants to date this guy, date that guy, do this, do that, talk all of this bullshit about what she's worth, bro. The only thing you got to measure is you wanted to do, she want to smash or not. And if she want to make you pay for it, don't worry about it. Don't worry about her, bro. Don't, especially in this world we living in right now, where women have convinced each other they can sleep with anybody at any time for any reason, and it don't matter to nobody.
Right.
Sex is just free.
Right.
So find your free shit, build your stable out of that, and work backward from there. Don't be chasing these Instagram baddies, this, that, and the other. All of these chicks is for sale. They ain't wives. So what
All
you
of
want
them.
them for? What we really trying to give you advice for? So you can get some sex
All of
in a
them.
world where sex is free? You want some advice on how to get some sex? Get your weight together, get your money right, get your mind together, and you can find sex when you can't find water out of today's women. So don't worry about any of that. When it comes time to look for a wife, if your wife is talking this type of shit, oh, what you need to pay to try to get to know me? Oh, and you need to pay my nails and you need to do this and you need to do that. If you got a woman whose head is there, that ain't no fucking wife, bro. That ain't no wife. I met wives. I've had wives. I've met wives. I know what wives move like, what they act like. They are helpful and loving and considerate, and they're thinking about what they're going to be in your life to try to help you. They inspire you to be the man that you're supposed to be so that you can do what the hell you need to do. And you need to be that man before you meet her, low key, not high key. But a wife is not tripping about any of this shit. She's here to help you. These other chicks, that's
That
just
that
pussy. And pussy costs money. Get over it.
Go ahead,
But I
Steven.
don't think that's true because my mom's a wife and she definitely still has standards and requirements of things that she's just not gonna deal with. And of course, my father
For your
met those
father?
standards.
For your father?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so that's a different thing. They're in a meaningful relationship. They're not just meeting one another, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you're a woman just meeting a man and your standards are is that he's got to ball out on you while you fuck other guys for free, which you've already admitted, then I'm sorry to tell you, you may think not you, right? Because I'm not talking about you. I
Mm-hmm.
don't
Yeah,
know
yeah, I
you,
got you. I got you. Yeah.
but that woman may think she a wife. That don't make her one. That ain't the way no wife move.
Right. And
So
let me
Okay.
say, oh, go ahead, Black Jesus. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's not the way no wife moves. That's not the way they move. Just like there's a certain way that a husband moves. A guy who's looking for a long-term, meaningful relationship with a woman is not gonna fill his time up with chicks that he's just taking a pound town that don't mean nothing to him.
Right.
Because then that's messy when you find the right girl and you're trying to get your shit together.
Right.
It's messy to try to have to do that. Then you get that overlap, and the one that you do like, she's seeing the back end of all of the ones that you didn't give a shit about. And then what about the ones that don't let go right away? Because you know how women are when they get some good D, they don't want to just run off. They're gonna keep hitting you up and try to cause chaos in your life. So dudes who are looking for wives, they're not juggling 10 women. They don't move like that.
Right.
Right? So there's a certain way that husbands move. There's a certain way that wives move. And the way wives move ain't that you need to spend $300 on me to go out
Right.
on a first date.
Right.
That's that pay for play,
Right.
right?
And,
And it
and
ain't tricking if you got
pay
it.
for play means you're
So
for
pay to
sale.
play. Yeah, pay to
Pay
play.
for
Have a good time.
But
But
would
fellas, do
but
not
would y'all
take those
agree that
women
every
serious.
woman comes with a price tag? Women are expensive in
No, not
general.
every woman comes with a price tag. No, I don't believe that. I think they're great women of virtue with good hearts that deserve good relationships with good men. And every woman ain't out here on this type of time. But when
But you
you are
don't think
dealing
two
with
things
women
can
who
be
are
true
on
at the
this
same
type of
time?
time, what you say?
You don't think two things can be true at the same time? She can still be
Not
a
like
woman
that.
of
No,
virtue and have
no.
require certain standards from a man who's trying to pursue
Oh,
her.
no, 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 no. Okay, so babe, I am definitely not saying that women shouldn't have standards. And if that's what's coming across, that's it. But then
I can't hear you. Went out, Black Jesus.
Yeah, I'm not saying that women shouldn't have standards, babe. Your standards are very different though when you're looking for a husband versus when
Mhm.
you're dating some dude that you want to finesse out of some money,
Mhm.
right? And your standards for being out here dating and fucking is what type of restaurant did he take me to?
Right.
Your standards for when you're looking for a husband, right, are what type of character does this man have?
Personality,
Is there the
character,
evidence of
loving, caring,
consistency?
compassionate. That stuff matters
Right.
when you really care about the man, when you're looking for a husband. So I'm not
Yeah.
talking.
When you
Sorry to interrupt you, but just really quick. So Stephen, I'm not talking about you specifically, but
Oh no, no, I'm not. I can have an adult conversation and not be
yeah,
triggered.
yeah.
Yeah.
So when Black Jesus was like what he said, when these women only be having these standards for certain men, specifically men that they don't like, you are for sale and you have a for sale sign on you. You are escorting, like the access that a man has to you, the respect level, the tolerance level, the compliance that he's going to get out of you is if it's based on how much money he's going to spend, you are for sale. And a lot of you women
But
are for
we
sale.
But
It
we
is what it
live in
is
a
at the end of the
world
day.
where money matters. So if that's the
that's
case, that
fine.
would mean every woman is because every woman is gonna. Nobody want no woman, or I'm not gonna say no woman because there are some women, but a lot of women aren't going after men who don't have a window, a pot. What is it? A pot to piss in,
A
a
pot
window
to
to throw
piss
out
in.
A
of.
pacifist. I
Yeah.
don't think they should. I
Right.
don't believe that
Nobody's
they
saying to
should.
not
I
have
don't think that
standards,
a
Steven.
man.
Steven,
Yeah,
No,
nobody's
no, I
saying
I'm.
to
get that
not
y'all
have
are saying.
standards, but be
Sorry.
but be but be justified. Let your standards be justified for both men and women. And like again, I was saying this earlier. If you as a woman on your own are living a certain lifestyle and you are funding your own lifestyle,
Mm-hmm.
it's not like it's a man funding your lifestyle. So if you get your hair done every 2-3 weeks, if you get a Brazilian wax every month, you get your nails done every 2 weeks. If you are doing that on your own, and you want a man that can not do 100% of that for you all the time, but you want him to be up to a certain level, that is understandable. But if you are a woman that you are only living a certain type of way because a man is funding your lifestyle, and the minute he drops you, you are back to your original zip code and you're putting in Walmart and Target applications. Don't be fake. You are not a high maintenance woman. You are not a high value woman.
That's
So
not true.
stop
You can be
having.
a
So
high
stop
value
having.
woman and work at
Don't
Walmart,
look.
or not high value, but high maintenance. Sorry.
All I'm
You
saying
can
is
be, but it's foolish to deal with
don't have
you, and
standards.
you
Don't
a
have
fool for
standards
being
for
a high
yourself.
maintenance woman.
Do not have standards for yourself that when you really do not have certain standards for yourself if you can't live like that on your own. Don't do that, man or woman. But men
Well, you
men
want
really
like,
don't do
hey,
that for real. But women do that a
hold on.
lot.
So check this out. There are lots of women who do that, right? But because part of the way that they live their lives is based off of men who contribute to their lifestyle, that's that's what you was talking about, that prostitution shit. They don't view themselves that way, but men are very black and white. And we say,
Right.
hey, if there's a certain amount of money that I gotta pay to maintain access to your body, then this is very similar to me than a transaction with a prostitute.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all may not like that, but you're not ever going to change the fact that men feel that way about women who move that way. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And it's your choice to move that way as a woman. I ain't here to
Right.
shame you or nothing, but I will be honest with how that limits your outcomes for real relationships. You see, the problem